week number 12 CSFA action. It doesn't get better on a Sunday. How are you doing? I hope you're having a great weekend, a great close to your weekend, as we set up the final game of the Collegiate Sim Football Alliance. As you know, when you join the league, you got to make your way through the collegiate set. And I got my homie Casey Colby for this one. Show some love to your people.
A lot more nervousness than love.
Very, very nervous sounds for you, but we got two great teams here. If you've been there for a minute, then you know that these two teams have a lot of history with each other, a little bit of crazy history pretty close to now, and then you have to go back to season 1 and season 2. These two teams have met in the national championship for those first 2 seasons, but Central Houston Polytechnic, Mile High University can't do it any better than this one to close out the season. What are your thoughts on this one as you see Kevin Lee from CHP and Jerry Riggs from Mile High?
Not much. I'm actually trying to fix some issues with the display on the channel.
And what is that?
It's not actually loading what you're showing or a commercial. It's just showing the splash page.
That's weird. Just the CSFA?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't flip to it yet. I still have the CSFA thing up right now. Actually, I could go ahead and do that now since you talked about it. But CHP Mile High, as you can see, 20% chance in regards to Mile High. I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but what are your thoughts when you see this screen right here?
I mean, we know it's not from actually simming the game 1,000 times because we've seen it be way off way too many times. Realistically, though, I do give a slight preference to CHP.
No bias?
No. Church, by the way, you need to get updating, dude. Like, as active as you are in chat, like, I thought you were progressing a lot more than you were.
But you already know Texas boy 15 up in the chat. I see you, homie. Welcome to the channel. We're going to get it kicked off in a little bit, but I already know that duo between him and Jerry Riggs got a lot to prove to this game here, underrating them from what they're seeing, but we can't wait to see how this one goes down. It's going to be a fun matchup as always between these two teams, and we go ahead and move over to it. If you're good with it, I'm good with it.
Do it.
I'm gonna hit the play game button right about now, and let's get this one a rolling. I gotta change some things with my mic really quick. It's kind of janky there, but I got it all ready to go now. Both these teams, once again, their seeds are already set. CHP will be holding down the number 2 seed. They'll be playing against Lake Geneva next week, and then Mile High will be traveling to Maine to take on the number 1 team in East Augusta. So that's going to be a fun matchup as well. Cannot wait to get that one started. That will be going live on Twitch on Wednesday, so make sure you watch out for it. But we got this game right here. Molino start us off. Mile High is going to start off with the football. The senior Clementine in his final regular season game of the CSFA before he heads to the big leagues. Can't wait to see what he does up there. Church is going to start off with the pass to the left side. Draco Thompson, the second, getting a few yards there to start us off.
And by the way, speaking of the rivalry, I just want to point out that Riggs only needs 297 yards to catch me.
Only left side, and he's going to get a little bit right there, a little shy of the first down mark, setting up 3rd and inches.
Now 289. All right, I'm not going to do updates every
3rd and inches, handoff, but there goes Patrick McGowan. I knew that speed as soon as I seen him running, but that's going to make the quick stop. The CHP's coming on the field quick. As soon as I seen that ball snapped, I just seen him running. Charlie Mack takes it to around the 34, and CHP's got the ball for the first time. And if you don't know, we got the big game in the USFA coming after this one. I'm going to shut the stream off and then put it on for the next game as well. So make sure you look out for that. Pittsburgh versus Huntington Beach. Win or go home. No one home on that pass to the right side. Set up 3rd and 2.
Both receivers streaking on the left side. Not a defender for miles in any direction.
Got to give credit to that pressure there. They're sending it again, and it's going to be almost picked off.
Oh.
Almost picked off there, setting up 4th and 2.
We deserved to be intercepted on that one. That was insanely lucky.
Mile High dialing up some pretty strong nose defense right there, and this looks promising for a pin, but not quite.
Oh.
Looks like that punt return was just a tad too slow, but could have got him with the cheese. But Mile High is going to start off for take number 2 with a 4 wide, 1 tight end set. Church looking for a man, immediately tossing double coverage and incomplete. It's going to set up 2nd down. First incompletion of the day for Church. 7.5 minutes left. Quick to the right side and dropped on the right side. 3rd and 10. I see Beast joining the fold. He's rooting for his Bloodhounds as always. Church with some pressure, but tries to come back and could not get the pass to the receiver. And it's going to be 4th down.
He was going to grab that.
Looked like the pass just a little off the mark, but you got to give credit to McGowan once again, forcing that pressure, not letting DJ Church get stand up clean in that pocket. Charlie Mack trying to get close to midfield, and he does just that a couple yards outside of it. Four wide receiver set coming. It's going to be Bridges again and sacked. It's going to be Grant taking him down for a loss of 10. Wow.
That was explosive.
No stopping him there. The left side's wide open. Kevin Lee makes the move to get those yards back. 3rd and 11 coming.
And doesn't even get them all back. Like we got knocked back hard.
A big loss, and might as well take it back 5 more with the false start penalty. Bobby Carroll not staying strong before the hike. Third and 16 coming. Look for a man as Bridges the second, and cannot connect the dots there. Both offenses not finding their footing early, but still got plenty of time.
Another chance for a pin, though.
Molyneux, the clear-cut best kicker in the league, is going to be returned. It will get picked up. No, it will not get picked up. Wisely staying away from it. Is going to be 1st and 10 coming up here from Mile High.
Both of those punts, 1 yard shorter, and you're looking at a 1 yard line situation. Like they're just barely.
And it's going to be a face mask penalty there by Ethan Moore to give him a free first. Why did he step up? Oh, he's talking about the return man. Sometimes when it gets close to that area, I don't know. They just kind of let it do its thing.
Inside the 10, they let it go.
Logan Mitchell getting the catch.
Every once in a while, there's a bug. Well, they'll let it go like way past that, but it's got to be a bug. But within the 10, they'll let it bounce. But then the moment it bounces, they start going for it. It's such a weird behavior. So every once in a while, it's possible if you punt it, and I mean just barely inside the 10, the punt returner will let it go and then chase it down and retrieve it at like the 1 yard line.
On the second to last play there was a nice hole to give them the first, and they couldn't complete that last pass on this play. Church, under some pressure again, forces the incompletion. It's 3rd and 10. Church looking, right side is open for Riggs, and he's not getting past that first defender. A good open field tackle to force a 4th down.
Very quiet game offensively so far.
On both sides, but still plenty of time to see what can go down, and a nice punt will take him inside the 15.
Speaking of pins, yeah. I mean, that's not a pin, but good field position battle.
And that's what happens when you have personnel down there that is not really fast, so a faster one could have picked that one up, but is going to set up second 10 after that last play.
Look at that, 1 for 5 for 9 yards.
Bridges almost throws another pick on the right side this time. It's 3rd and 10. And also, Beast, I did get your strategies in, so I won't hear anything from you. 3rd and 10. Looking for a man left side and some coverage there. And nice defense overall there from Mile High. Will force another punt and should give him some decent field position.
I think Lee's only had 1 target so far.
Molyneux sends this one to around the 37. Mari King, the return man, takes to the right side and gets close to midfield. So Mile High, another solid start to see if they could get something going. Haven't seen anything from Masulu yet. Church looking, and it looks like a screenplay is going backwards. Molyneux with the play. Four wide receiver set here. First quarter winding down, nothing happening on the scoreboard, but Riggs is running, and he's going to take it, almost getting the first down, the 3rd and 2.
And that's 4 catches now for Riggs.
Going to send some people, and Thompson sniped. There's going to be Ryan Marshall getting in the backfield, and that's going to force another punt. Robson with the punt here, and that's going out the back of the end zone. A scoreless first quarter. Who is going to step up? Hand off here to Edwards. Was it first carry? It feels like his first carry.
He had 1 at the very beginning of the game, and it was a good one, too. Yeah, see?
Tom Edwards, 2 for 11. Bridges looking left side, and could have been picked off right there, too. The defensive player was in the area, but could not hold on to it.
I think it was too high for anyone to grab it.
3rd and 7 coming. Sending the blitz, doesn't get home. Right side and double coverage and incomplete again. And that's going to be another stop forced by Mile High. Amari King getting past the 35 on that return. Mile High once again with some solid field position here. Just got to get that offense rolling. But this CHP defense is holding strong up to this point. Church looking for a man right side, caught by Clementine past the 40. It's going to be a gain of 3. And we're going to close off quarter number 1 with this one. Go ahead and throw your 2s in there for your boy. Help us get some more people up in here. You know how we do. 2nd and 7. Hand off to Mitchell. Some decent blocking to give Mitchell a few yards. Actually make that 4. That last lunge gave him that extra yard. You can't be mad at the fight. Handoff, but Thompson's going backwards again. Leonard is going to make the play, and another stop forced by CHP. The run game, very inconsistent up to this point for Mile High. And the CHP is going to try on offense again. Bridges looking. Going to toss this right side and incomplete. Nice coverage there by the defensive back. Couldn't quite see the number, but it's going to be 2nd down. Bridges again. Right side is open over the head of Lee. No dice there on the passing game so far. 3rd and 10. 1 for 11 is not a pretty sight. 9 yards. And sack fumble gets worse and is going backwards. Carroll. Oh, man, it's not looking good right now for either team offensively. Molyneux sending this one away to around the 36-ish yard line. Mari King with the return close to the 45. And this offensive game plan so far for Beast Not looking pretty. But it's going to be a blitz, and it gets home. It's going to be Patrick McGowan pushing him back 7.
He's having such a fantastic season.
Beautiful blitz there. Church again, left side, caught by Dylan Woodruff to get all of those yards back inside CHP territory. They go. Jumbo set pitching it, but the blitz gets through. Flame Dragon with the play, and they're going backwards again. Church looking left side and almost throws a pick, and that's going to be 3rd and 12 now.
Man, there's been a lot of pick teasing tonight on both sides.
Pick teasing. 5 wide receiver set here for Church, trying to get their offense rolling. Sends the majority of them deep in double coverage and incomplete again. And all these defensive backs, they've been making their names known for sure, getting in the way of these passing routes. But it's going to be 4th and 12. Look for a pin here. Will it get home? No, it will not. Inside the 15 again goes CHP. No scoring yet. Handoff Edwards. He gets a boost right there. Gain of 6.
This one's going to go to Lee.
Bridges caught by Jottle, but he does make the first outside of the 30.
And Lee was open on that one, too. That's okay. We finally got a first. That is our first of the night, by the way.
And a drop to Lee. Not going to help their cause there on that play. It's 2 for 13. Not very pretty in the passing game. Bridges looking for a man here. Caught by Lee. He's going to take it out of bounds for a gain of 3. Bridges looking. Left side's open. Kevin Lee's got the speed. Makes one man miss. One more to beat, and he's going to be out of here for the Bloodhounds. It took us a little bit, but we got our first touchdown.
And just barely made it past that second guy.
He barely made past that first guy.
I bet he would have walked out of bounds.
Barely made past that first guy. It looked like he was about to touch that out of bounds line, but he kept it in. That's what the awareness can do for you, and that's going to put CHP on top. But can Mile High retort is the question. It's going to be Clementine on the return, solid blocking up front to get him close to the 30. And Mile High is back on the field.
And that was Lee's 10th touchdown on the season, by the way.
Pretty sure the only receiver to have 10-plus touchdown receptions, right?
This year, yeah. I think he actually had more last year.
Pretty sure, yeah. 2nd and 7. And you can see that run game there for Draco Thompson. That tells a little bit of the story. They'll try him again. A juke move will get him sniped by McGowan. Just nasty. Beast is calling for the defense to continue holding on. The right side is open for Thompson, but I think it's going backwards. And regardless of that, it's 4th down. So CHP has a chance to extend the lead.
I don't know. I think I rather would have moved him back, but
It's going to be Charlie Mack getting the small return there. And you already know how it goes. If they see 4th down, they're going to say, give us the ball, as opposed to take the yardage. So 1st and 10 coming. Handoff to Edwards. Now he can move a little bit now. The gain of 4 on the play. Fourth for 21. Bridges looking under some pressure. Still finds Edwards. One man to beat. Still running and almost gets past the second, but not quite. But that's a real big play.
You know, I hate to say it, but if Lee had some blocking, that would have been a touchdown.
3 wide receivers set. The offense coming alive for CHP. Moving forward inside the 35. This offense is percolating now. You see right there, A quarter for rushing, a quarter for receiving there for the man Edwards, left side over Lee's head. And this is definitely field goal range here.
It's barely field goal range.
3rd and 6, looking for a man, and then some crossing patterns there. Could not find the crease.
Let's throw it into the biggest cluster. Man, I hate this AI sometimes.
Mullen, no. Going to set up for a long field goal here. And it's going to doink off the left uprights from 51. And he definitely had the leg, but the accuracy just a little off. But Mile High has a chance to retort before the half ends. Right side is going to be incomplete.
So the issue I'm getting is when it goes to an ad, it doesn't play the ad.
I'm not sure about that one personally, but Rick's going to get another catch there, getting the first down outside the 50.
I'm just saying, like, for folks who don't subscribe, I don't see how they could watch the stream.
Church looking.
That's a really bad sign.
Yeah. I mean, you could just say, gotta subscribe to the channel to make sure.
You don't pick up new followers that way, though.
Yeah.
You know.
Right side here, and Riggs is catching it, but he drags the feet, trying to turn up field, and he goes out of bounds, make it 3rd and 2. Going for the jumbo set. They're going to pass quickly to the left and drop that the sticks. And that's going to be 4th and 2. And this is a little bit of that range where sometimes the kick is a little bit inconsistent, but it is going to send it out of the end zone there for the touchback. Honestly, you couldn't ask for a better pass there on 3rd down.
I mean, it was so fast too. Normally they wait a while.
Lee with another catch up the left sideline, out of bounds for the first. Bridges looking left side again for Lee. A flag on the play. There's going to be offsides penalty, so I'm sure they're just going to decline that one. Actually, yeah, I can see why it's up the field more, but
yeah, when you're going against the clock, like those few yards matter more than the first down.
Most definitely. Bridges sending some people deep, but the pass off the mark to the right side is 3rd and 1 now. Bridges wide open, Kevin Lee inside the 45, and they call timeout number 1 as they hit Mile High territory. I remember when Bridges, the second, was 1 for 9, 1 for 11 for 9 yards.
11, yeah.
It is looking a lot better. It's starting to pick up some steam in the passing game. A 5 wide receiver set. Right side is open for Mondo Garcia right at the 6. You can move the chains off that.
And we're back in field goal range.
32-yard line is where they stand. Bridges, right side's open. Caught by Garcia again, out of bounds, holds the timeout. Can't be mad at that.
Not even a little.
As they inch closer to field goal range, I'm sure they're still looking for more than 3 if they can get it. Bridges looking. The right side is open for Lee. Makes one man miss. Takes it out of bounds again. Once again, can't be mad at that getting out of bounds. In a bit of a peculiar position in regards to getting the first, but with the time as it is, and almost had to catch, try to turn back to it, but could not quite hang on.
Still, though, 17 seconds and a timeout. This is a good situation.
Bridges looking. Right side is open. Dropped right there. Gonna be 3rd and 10. Probably have one more chance to get a touchdown here.
Yep.
Bridges standing tall in the pocket. Right side's open. Kevin Lee gets it done again. Touchdown number 2 on the day for Kevin Lee. And they got a 14 almost lead right here after this extra point. And they're going to get 14 I was thinking I was going to jinx him, but he made it, so it made me look good there. 14-0. CHP gets the job done right before the half. You cannot be mad at that, especially after that slow start they had.
Beautiful drive.
Mile High, not looking very pretty right now, but Clementine's going to take it to the 24, and they got to get this passing offense rolling for sure.
Texas
Church.
boy hasn't said anything in a while.
I have not seen him in the chat, but regardless of that, we have ourselves a 14-0 ball game at halftime. Accuracy wise, you can't be mad at 13 for 22, but the yards just has not been percolating like normal. Got to give credit to that CHP defense, and Kevin Lee and Sean Bridges II has been making their waves in the later portions of the second quarter. What are your thoughts on this so far?
I mean, it was great seeing players run out of bounds when you want them to. Like you don't see that often. Normally you're pissed when they run out of bounds.
Most definitely.
Yeah, it started off rough, and then it's weird. It's like when they get in critical situations, like, oh yeah, we've got Lee.
Oh yeah, throw it to that man. He's down there somewhere. Four tackles there for McGowan, a sack, 2 tackles for loss, doing well up to this point. Dom Toretto Jr. with 3, Molyneux with 5, doing his thing. Ryan Marshall with 2 tackles as well. Solid day here for CHP up to this point. 37-33 in regards to the total plays. You can see the total yards. That's been telling a good amount of the story, and you could give credit to the quarterback to wide receiver set there for CHP. 69 yards, nice. Therefore, Mile High, 3 sacks total, no turnovers up to this point, even though we had a good amount of opportunities to see some defensively with a lot of drop picks. We had a fumble that was almost recovered by the defense too. Defenses have been rolling up to this point for CHP. Mile High, they gave up a couple touchdowns, but they still have 20 minutes to right their wrongs. But they got to give it to CHP first. It's going to be Waylon Jotto on the return. Nice blocking up front to get him close to the 35. And Mile High cannot afford to give up any of those big plays like they did before. Sending a blitz, doesn't get home, and could not connect the dots to the right. 2nd and 10. Still sub 50% there for Bridges, but he'll take the touchdowns, I'm sure. A big hit as he was throwing the football, set up 3rd and 10.
When you're averaging over 15 yards of completion, you can kind of get away with it, you know?
Most definitely, but that incompletion there doesn't help things. It's going to give the ball to Mile High for the first time this half. Amari King send this one up the middle of the field and get into the 26-yard line. Mile High back on offense. Definitely need to see more Jerry Riggs and the Sulu action here. It's going to be Thompson getting to the 30. 2nd and 6 coming.
Tomlin Clementine as well. Like, they really do have the talent.
The jumbo set coming up. Pitching the left side, but nothing doing. It's Pablo Sanchez, the 3rd, making the play, and it's back to a 3rd and 10. Church, right side double coverage and incomplete there. And the holding penalty on top of it doesn't help things. 4th and 10 and another punt.
That makes the 3rd penalty on Mile High U that's been declined. Two holdings and then that false start, or not false start, offsides.
Charlie Mack getting into the 43-yard line or so. CHP back on offense here. Offense percolating a little bit. They got their points, and now they're just on the don't mess up type of mode here. 2nd and 5.
And running out the clock is not a bad way to do it.
Bridges looking, right side's open, but the receiver adjusts at the last second, away from the football. 3rd and 5 coming. Bridges looking, right side in double coverage and incomplete once again. Set up 4th and 5. Zero for 2 so far on the CHP drives on offense. And this one's going out of bounds outside of the 20. Mile High back on offense. What can they do? Church looking, midfield, and drops an easy first down over the head of some linebackers there. You got to give Church credit. He's been throwing the dimes today, but got to make sure you hold on to those passes. 76 yards so far. They're going to fake it past the Riggs, and you can't make it past that first defender. It's going to be 3rd and 6 now. Church looking on a suppressor and hits as he's thrown. Well, gets hit as he throws, and it's going to be 4th and 6 coming up. Another stop from the CHP defense, just looking deadly right now. Return man Charlie Mack gets to the 40, and that's really about it. Make it to 41. Five wide receiver set coming. It's going to be Bridges coming with the pass play, tossing it, and deflected right at the last second. 2nd and 10. Five wide receiver set coming. Bridges looking for a man over the head of the receiver again. That was Lee right there. He was targeting 3rd down. Bridges looking, right side's open for Edwards. One man missing and getting the first inside Mile High territory. Big pass play on 3rd down. Pitching to the left side, got some blockers, but could not get that nice push that he wanted. Also cutting inside. I would have kept that outside. 5 wide receiver set coming again for CHP. Looking, middle of the field, got Sean Stanley into the mix, and it's inside the 25. This passing game looking nice. Jumbo set again. Handoff here to Edwards. He's going to get past the line of scrimmage barely. He's going to get 1 yard. Eight for 38 so far for Edwards. It's going to be Bridges again. And left side here, and tried to get Mondo in the end zone, but could not quite hold on to it. Nice defense too. 3rd and 9. Now looking pretty here for Mile High. They're going to try to pass across the middle and incomplete. And that's going to slow them down to a field goal attempt.
A much easier one, though.
Molyneux. 3-possession game is what we're looking at now after the field goal from 40 yards out. 17-0 is your score. Mile High. Less than 15 minutes to try to work their way into the game, but this passing attack has to make some moves if they want to do something special. 1st and 10 coming up for Mile High. Church looking, trying the right side, and Sokoja throws a pick there to Jonathan Leonard. These bot players, they somehow find a way to make the plays there for the team, and CHP is just looking too good right now. Handoff here to Edwards, makes one man miss, falls forward for about 6. Beast in the chat saying, finally we get a pick. Not looking pretty.
He's loving this game.
It's probably his best game of the season from his team, in my opinion. 1st and 10 coming up. Going for the 5 wide here. And they're going to pass out of it. Right side is open for Lee. He's got the speed inside the 10, and he's going to fall forward to around the 6. And what a player right there in his final regular season game. Bridges looking, gonna get the comeback route, but dropped. And it looks like that defender would have made the stop even if he caught it. Bridges looking for touchdown number 3 on the day. We're going to pitch to the right side in some coverage. Tries to lunge forward and gets to the 1 yard line.
I've seen that get spotted high enough. I didn't want to say anything.
Edwards, a very efficient 4.9 yards a carry, falls forward, and he's not going to quite get into the end zone. Hexakwakiki on Wasser makes the play.
Oh, give it to Edwards again. Come on.
Molyneux with the kick, and he's going to shank it from 17. He made a 40-yarder, missed a 51-yarder, and made a sour.
I'm actually not upset about this because look at this situation.
How Mile High's offense has been working. It has been pretty, but they will get some breathing room after that run. Barely.
Of all the times to get a positive yard gain, that was definitely the big one.
2nd and 7, give it to him again. No, it's a fake. Looking for the pass, cannot find them. And it's going to be 3rd and 7. And this is bad news if Mile High can at least get the first, because their punter hasn't really been known for the big leg. Faking the handoff here. Right side's open. There goes the Sulu getting the catch and giving them the first.
And that was a really weird blitz. We blitzed from the far outside. In fact, it was actually his man who blitzed. But it was a delayed blitz as well as an outside blitz. Like, you can't combine those two.
Right side's open there for Riggs. Nice blocking, and gets another first down as we're getting closer to closing out the 3rd quarter. It's looking like CHP's game to win. Jerry Riggs, 8 catches, 51 yards. No drops up to this point, so you got to give him credit. When this number was called, he made the play, but we could close out quarter number 3.
Still winnable, but it's at the point of,
they got to start making big plays.
Scoring it in, yeah.
No dice there. The Draco is going to be 2nd and 10 coming. Beast wiping the sweat off of his head from the strategies he put in early. He was like, please work. Left side here. There goes Clementine. Falls forward. Gets the first. And they started from the 1 yard line, but they'll need to go a lot quicker than this. Even though they still got time technically.
Oh, yeah. Tons on paper.
Left side, there goes Clementine, still running and almost got the touchdown, but the holding penalty races everything.
And that's the first penalty that I feel has really hurt them. Because like I said, most of their penalties have been declined.
They were going to get to the 30 on their side of the field, and now they're almost on the 30 on their own side of the field. Make it 2nd and 20 after that play, and that could have got all those yards back.
They could have gotten the first, yeah.
5 wide receiver set here coming. Right side here, and once again the pass off the mark. 3rd and 20 coming. And I know it's a sight for sore eyes here for Beast. He hasn't really had the best luck with the sim here within the last few weeks. And it looks like it's finally coming his way as we set up a 4th and 20. And as you all know, playoff time is coming soon. We got CHP and Lake Geneva going at it. It's going to be Mile High and East Augusta going at it. We still have to figure out who's going to be in that 4th seed for the USFA, but we'll figure that out tonight. So make sure you watch out. Left side here, there, and try to get lead, but could not connect the dots. And all 4 of these teams in the CSFA all have their own element that makes them different from each team. And honestly, any team could beat any team up to this point. Mile High's defeated East Augusta, right? I'm pretty sure they beat them once.
I'm pretty sure just about every combination has happened outside of the bottom team.
Right. So
it has been a free-for-all.
So it's going to be a fun set. Make sure you watch out for that. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be rolling into the end zone barely there. And it's going to be 1st and 10, 7:48 left in the 4th.
I'm going to say it right now. Mile High U does not score on this drive. It's over.
I can definitely believe on that. notion there. Draco Thompson with the carry for about 2. That's not going to help him move down the field. Church looking. Left side's open. Caught by Clementine. He's going to make the play. Give him the first. For a wide receiver set. Church is looking. Right side's open. Caught by Woodruff for another first down. Mile High on the move. Now the question becomes, will we end the regular season on a shutout? Draco Thompson getting the gain of 3. Church looking. Midfield incomplete there. Those short drags are not very favorable across the middle. 3rd and 7. Church looking. Going to try Riggs for the man, and he's going to get inside the 30. Definitely needed that. It's going to be 1st and 10.
A lot of time going from the clock, though.
Less than 5 minutes after this play now. And another carry there, stopped by McGowan, just making it look too easy. Definitely a real strong pick there for linebacker of the year with all the sacks he's been getting this season. 3rd and 13 coming up now. Pitching it here and triple coverage, and Riggs gonna fall into the end zone for the touchdown. Nice. There go them football Giants.
That is a highlight clip right there.
Clip that for you, boy. That was a nice one right there. Definitely a feel-good score, but they'll definitely need to get a stop and another score. A nice job there by the kicker to knock it through, and it's back to a 2-possession game. Quick stop, quick touchdown. And we still have ourselves a ball game. We're not done yet on Twitch. We still got 4 more quarters to do in regards to what we could do today with football, assuming we don't go to extra quarters here, of course. But it's going to be fun as we hit 420. You never know.
They either get 2 more touchdowns or come up short. They're not going to get the field goal.
Edwards trying to burn some clock on that one. 2nd and 6. Sending a blitz, doesn't get home. Bridges left side, and then some coverage incomplete. A big 3rd down here coming from Mile High. Can they get off the field? Bridges left side, caught by Lee, and a nice tackle there to stop him a yard shy, and Mile High's getting his ball back.
That's all right. At least we kept the clock moving.
3.5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Mullen sending this one away. Mile High is going to have to go the length of the field, and just a convoy of bloodhounds just taking down the Mark King. What? A pack of hounds, if you will. 1st and 10. Church hit as he throws, and you already know who that player is. I'm not even going to say the name.
Cushing's only competition.
2nd and 10, pitch to Thompson. Going to get a little bit of blocks there, but it's 3rd and 7, and this is the spot where they go for it on 4th down. So Mile High, you got a spot.
Definitely agree.
4 wide receiver set coming. Look for a man that's open there for Woodruff. He comes down with it, and the drive continues as they call timeout numero uno.
Thing is, though, like, these are fine. You know, they're at 40 seconds and a timeout burned to move 10 yards.
Quick to the left side, they'll stop the clock, but it's incomplete. See Beast there in the chat filling in the blanks for that last play. McGowan on the blitz again, doesn't get home, but he does force the incompletion. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. DJ Church, left side here. There goes Clementine. It's going to be another catch, but not quite past the 1st down mark. 4th and 1 coming. They're going to send for, tried the right side in, a lot of coverage there for Church, but not happening. And CHP is going to get the stop and the victory more than likely. Assuming they don't do anything crazy, they're going to try the run play. Edwards is going to get around 2, make that 1. As we set up the final timeout here. And CHP is pretty much a first down away from killing the clock. And they're going to pass out of this one. Look for the big play here. Finding Marcia. And that's going to be first down. And you could pretty much close the deal here.
Yep.
Going to give some more carries there to Edwards, I'm assuming. Let the clock burn. And you could give CHP the victory. A solid job overall all game long outside of that long touchdown to Riggs. You can't be mad at the defense or the offense past the second quarter. That first quarter was a little crazy there. I ain't gonna lie to you, but they picked it up when they needed it.
we were really struggling.
2nd and 11 here. They got the kneel formation down, doing their thing. No points coming out of this one, but the final score will be 17-7. A solid day for CHP to close out the regular season. Mile High, the number 4 seed, will have to take the trip to Maine to face off East Augusta, the reigning champions, if you will. And I can't wait to see that game. I'm not sure which one I should start with. Should I start with the 4-1 or the 2-3?
I mean, normally it's the 4-1 first.
Yeah. So we'll end it off with CHP and Lake Geneva. So we'll see. We'll end it off with Lake Geneva's first playoff game going up against a championship winning team already, with CHP getting 1 championship in their mantle. But we'll have to see if they can get number 2. I can't wait to see that game. Final score 17-7. CHP getting the victory. 24 for 48 on the day for Church. 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 216 yards on the other side. Sean Bridges started 1 for 11. It looks a lot better now than when I seen that clip come up on the screen. 19 for 49. Got the 2 TDs to Kevin Lee. 287 on the day. And let's check out these statistics here. Riggs ends the day 10 catches, 105 yards, 1 TD. Definitely respectable, but sure. Bill Wilson getting 5 tackles. McGowan doing his thing as he always do. 6 tackles, got the sack. A few tackles for loss to go along with it. As we go through these statistics, what are you seeing here, my man?
A really disappointing game from Clementine. You know, he's a senior. Like, and look at that, six catches for 40 yards with 3 drops, and only 3 yards after catch. Just
definitely not helping the draft stock, if you will, with the performance that.
Not a great game to go out on.
But he still has one more. Just like you said, going up against East Augusta, we'll see what he could do in that game. Hopefully for him.
Last year, the seniors went off in the playoffs.
Most definitely. So we definitely need to see what they could do here. Team stats, let's check it out. Only had that interception in regards to turnovers, 328 to 212 in regards to the total yards there. The run game definitely helped out Central Houston Polytechnic side too. Were you saying something?
No.
Oh, 51 to 3. Not a lot of yards in regards to the rush yards, but definitely want 51 as opposed to 3. So solid job there by Edwards. Let's check out these statistics here. 39% there for Bridges to end it off, but he got the 2 touchdowns. He could cry about that a little bit later. 13 for 55 on the day for Edwards. 4.2. Can't be mad at the average. Most definitely. Let's see. Edwards also had 3 for 46 out the backfield. Can't be mad at that. Mondo Garcia, 3 for 25, 10 for 176 for 2 TDs there. So you could say this battle goes to Kevin Lee in regards to him and Riggs. Waylon Jottle, 2 for 25 on the day. Stanley had that nice catch earlier there for 15 yards. Evans and Holshin did not get any catches there. Caldwell had a target, but he dropped it. Jake Molyneux with 10 tackles, solid day. McGowan with 6 once again. Sanchez with 5. Moore with 5. Dom Toretto with 4. Let's see here. Ryan Marshall with 2. And Flame Dragon getting 2. Charlie Mack getting a tackle, their punt returner. Let's see what else they got here. Mojo Rising getting a deflected pass. That's about it there. Mack there averaging a little bit over 2.5. Jottle 15.5 on the kick return. There's the kicking stats there for Jack doing his thing. And on the other side, actually, see, sorry, right there. Why not? Only had one chance to get some points, and that was the extra point. So he made that. Can't be mad at that. Passing wise, 50% there for Church on the money. Let's see, no sign of a run game here. Can't be excited about that. Got to get that passing game going. Speaking of which, Riggs once again 10 for 105. Got the TD. Clementine 6 for 40. Woodruff 3 for 42. Thompson with 3 for 8. Mitchell 1 for 8. Asul only had 1 catch, had 5 targets and 2 drops. So that didn't look pretty there for him. We'll see what he could do in his final game. Maybe final game, maybe if they could beat East Augusta. But this is not a great way to go off on in the regular season for him either. But Eric Duncan, no catches there on 3 targets. Bill Wilson with 5. Calvin Thomas with 4. Mitchell with 4. Trent Ventriloquist with 4 in his last regular season game. He's going to be retiring. Didn't say that earlier. Rocky Ivan getting 3. Let's see who else we got here. Hex Sakaki, Keon Wasser getting 2. Amari King getting 2. And that is, Paul Ty with 1. And Kevion Scott gets blank on the box score. Amari King with 5 for 36. A nice return set for him. 21, almost 22 for Clementine on the punt return game. At least he has 1 positive. And yeah. And that's going to close out the regular season for the CSFA. And we still got the USFA to roll through. But what are your thoughts going into the playoff set for the CSFA?
Chaos. Like we talked about, any one of these teams could beat any of the others. So just a series of, we've got 3 coin flip games that are basically going to be played.
Most definitely. It's going to be a fun ride for sure as we head to the playoffs. Once again, that'll be on Wednesday, so make sure you watch out for that. I'm already setting up for the final game of the USFA, Pittsburgh versus Huntington Beach. As I already said, it's win and you're in for the homies at Huntington Beach and Pittsburgh, so make sure you watch out for that. I'm going to close off the stream right now and click it right back on just so I don't have to clip both of the videos at the same time. You know how I do. But outside of that, we could go ahead and move on. I will see you for the final game of the regular season.